Thank you so much for tuning in to UBC TV Inspiring Uganda. Welcome to UBC News tonight at 10 p.m. My name is Sharon Kyomugisha, joined by Mugalu Mohammed on sign language. We start off with the Vice President, Major Retired Jessica Lupo, who has reassured Russians and Belarus investors of the government's commitment to support them so that they can help Uganda to stir its socio-economic development agenda. She said continued values in Uganda, they'll help with the comprehensive cooperation partnerships with Russia and the Republic of Belarus, and would deepen cooperation built on solidarity, mutual respect, peace and security. Speaking on the sidelines of the Eurasian Women in St. Petersburg, Lupo told Her Excellency Natalia, that the chairperson of the Council of Belarus, that Uganda is pursuing transformational agenda to lift our people out of poverty and expand opportunities for prosperity. She said Uganda is ready to establish cooperation with Belarus in technology transfer, particularly in agriculture, agri-processing and motor vehicle industry development. During another bilateral meeting with the Speaker of the Russian Federation Council, Valentina, Vice President Lupo invited Russian cooperation in the health sector, tourism, air transport by establishing direct aviation links with Russia, cooperation in energy, peace and security. The Vice President commended the Russian government for her willingness to always share technology with Uganda, adding that Uganda needs appropriate technologies to help the Ugandan women to enhance their production capabilities. In more stories, Minister for General Duties, Justin Kasule Lumumba, has urged managers at all levels of the Microfinance Support Center to uphold patriotism and dedication in implementing the Muga Presidential Wealth Creation Initiative. She was presiding over the graduation of over 150 staff members from the Microfinance Support Center at the National Leadership Institute in Changwanzi. The training was on transformational leadership and practical skills. Take a look.
At least 160 junior and senior staff from the Microfinance Support Center have undergone a transformational leadership training at the National Leadership Institute in Changwanzi. Dressed in army green combat uniforms, the staff were in different platoons where they showed results of training, including gun handling, shooting drills and mindset transformation. Minister for General Duties Justin Kasule Lumumba presided over the pass-out. She challenged the Microfinance Support Center to provide innovative solutions on the financial challenges faced by communities.
President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has simplified everything for us by offering leadership, most importantly, giving us peace and security. Once there is tranquility, you can think and you can work. Once it's not there, you not work.
Kasule Lumumba emphasized strategic thinking in implementing socio-economic transformation programs.
But can you think for the others? Can you think for the institution you are leading? That individualistic tendency in you must come out of you if you are to lead. And if we are to benefit from you, as an individual, but also as an institution.
The Minister of State for Microfinance, Haruna Cheyune Solo, encouraged the staff to ensure communities access timely and affordable credit.
But if God has given you a chance to be in an office, to serve Uganda, to serve your country, please serve. Because there are many people that have not been given a chance to exhibit their talent to serve. If you feel you can't serve, you leave that office, because there are so many people out there who are willing to serve.
Senior administrators from the Microfinance Support Center were optimistic the acquired skills would enhance financial inclusion, empower communities to achieve financial independence.
Training course is a critical component of our broader strategy to build strong community financial institutions that serve the needs of their members, but also have unlocked insights
into Uganda's vast geographical and economic potential, laying the groundwork for transformative growth.
Other training modules at the Institute included revolutionary songs, physical fitness, and promoting a corporate culture within the microfinance industry. The government has emphasized community-driven initiatives in its fight against poverty and unemployment. Anna Francisco, BBC.
Medics are concerned over the increasing non-communicable diseases during the health camp organized by Luzira Lions Club of Kampala, Victoria. The head of Luzira Health Center 3 Best on Luzira Upper Prison, Dr. Emmanuel Kisame, at Luzira Maximum Prisons, said that obesity, diabetes and hypertension are taking a toll on so many Ugandans.
Diseases like obesity, high blood pressure, diabetes, HIV, are taking a toll on citizens, raising a major concern for health experts. Members of Luzira Lions Club of Kampala, Victoria, have organized a medical camp to screen staff at Luzira Maximum Prisons of non-communicable diseases. The organizers, led by health team at the prisons and Ministry of Health, screened the staff for diabetes, HIV, obesity, high blood pressure.
We have come here as members of Lions Club to check staffs of prisons for diseases like diabetes, hypertension, HIV, and body weight. We are checking for body mass index.
The head Luzira Health Center 3, Dr. Emmanuel Kisame, was concerned over the prevalence of obesity. He urged citizens to get screened and start drills.
This health condition is because of a poor lifestyle. We are eating a lot of sugars. We are static. We don't do exercises. We are taking a lot of fine sugars, a lot of posho, a lot of cassava, a lot of big supper. When you eat a very big portion of supper, then it won't, because you are going to sleep, you are not going to use that sugar. Then that sugar will end up being deposited in the body, and in the long run, you are going to be declared diabetic.
Victoria Luzira Lions Club President Engineer Huntington Nsobuga appreciated the tireless service of the prison officers.
I want to thank the Commissioner General of Prisons for granting us this permission to visit the prisons and to screen the staff, because we understand that the work that they do is crucial to the country, but also it's very demanding, and it's usually the askaris may not get time to do some of these screening processes.
In more stories, Fort Portal city authorities are concerned over the increasing cases of the environmental degradation as pressure for land acquisition increases. The most affected natural feature is River Mpanga, which is the main source of water for Fort Portal city and Kabarole district.
After acquiring a tourism city, there was urgent need for land for development, which has increased the pressure on the environment. Some developers have encroached on river banks and swamps to establish structures.
It's true, Fort Portal has been earmarked as a hotspot in regard to environmental degradation, and we are working with the other agencies to ensure that we have people comply to the existing laws in the protection of the environment. As an office of the Resident City Commissioner, we are working hand in hand with NEMA, first of all, to sensitize the communities. We want people to know the risks of degrading the environment.
Fort Portal RCC Businja Emmanuel says failure to gazette wetlands recalls law enforcement.
Most of the areas to be concerned, or wetlands, have not been gazetted before. But lucky enough, we have had implementing partners who are working hand in hand with the city authorities to ensure that we do the gazetting of the wetlands. And we believe after the gazetting of wetlands to be much easier for us to enforce. Enforcing will be much easier after gazetting of the wetlands.
Fort Portal City Senior Environment Officer Atugonza Gladys says the city has received funding from Join for Water to spearhead conservation efforts.
This funding is going to help us to work with the communities so that we find alternatives for the people who are benefiting, who are depending on these wetlands. So we shall find the alternatives for people's livelihoods, and this will help us to reduce on the pressure that is being exerted on the wetlands and even on other natural resources. We are going to know all the wetlands that we have in the city. The study has found out which wetlands are more degraded, are more encroached, and those ones that need to be restored.
City leaders appeal to government to establish NEMA offices in Fort Portal for coordination.
We need sustainable development that put into consideration environmental protection. We don't have an office, a NEMA office in Fort Portal. It would be ideal for us if we had the officers of NEMA as a lead agency in environmental protection according to the law.
So far, the demolished structures constructed along river banks have placed city leadership in conflict with developers. Kabahinda Bridget compiled this report for UBC News.
State Minister for Youth and Children Affairs, Dr. Balam Bargahara, has urged youth to embrace education as a way to succeed in life. He was officiating the 20th Grand Reunion of all students of Hilton High School, Mukono, Wacha.
Students of Hilton High School Mukono marched along the streets of Mukono town, attracting attention from the general public. They were also joined by the Youth and Children Affairs Minister, Dr. Balam Bargahara Atenyi.
I hate you! I hate you!
The school was marking the 20th anniversary alongside the holding of the first grand reunion of old boys and girls.
And we say that we have never had in 20 years such a beautiful occasion where the old boys and girls can come back and refresh and memorize. So, we saw the ideas to the members bought into it.
The event, converging current and old students, is a platform for reflecting on the past and share ideas on the future of the school.
Because it is the one that gives the enabling environment for which to operate. And please deliver our warmest message to His Excellency the President for the work he's doing for this country.
To meet and celebrate the old, sweet, and even bitter moments we experienced while we were here. I honor and praise God because by His grace, Hilton has produced many teachers, accountants, engineers, doctors, lawyers, politicians, farmers, and entrepreneurs.
To extend my congratulations to the school for marking 24 years, and also I want to thank the old boys for joining in. This is really, really nice. Your dedication of the staff and teachers and students to excel and outcompete the other big schools is remarkable, and you deserve to be recognized. I'm impressed that amongst you here, some of you are members of NRM, some are in my favorite color, the orange. Senior, that is senior too. That's my color.
Bargahara also encouraged the youth to embrace education, but on the other hand, urged them to support the government's efforts of securing and developing Uganda.
I want to thank Mr. Wadega, the proprietor, for investing in education. The best we can do for Uganda is to invest in education. And I'm also here glad that I'll speak to the young people and tell them how they are expected to live as good citizens of Uganda.
The school administration thanked Balam for his dedicated service to Uganda at large.
That you had even to match with the students right from Wantoni up to here. You are such a humble servant. I want to say the president thought wise. He placed the right person in the ministry.
Minister Balam contributed shillings 5 million support towards the science laboratories, structures and transport means.
Minister, we also need to do a vocational wing with the new science and the technology and the new curriculum. Now vocational is the way to go.
The old students, I'm happy you have come to contribute to the development of your school, but also remember your past history as old students. You have a bigger role to play as old students towards making your school great or towards maintaining it great. When I heard among the functions you have here is fundraising for a school bus. Honestly, with Aisha and all of you, even if each one of you brought 1 million shilling, you can have the best bus ever.
Robert Nyango, UBC News.
In more stories, police in Hoima City have blocked several clan leaders from attending a consultative meeting organized by the Bunyoro Interreligious Council. The meeting was to resolve the ongoing dispute between the kingdom's Prime Minister Andrew Byakutaga and Chief Prince Fred Mujanyirukunya. Take a look.
The Bishop of Masindi Chitara Diocese, Right Reverend George William Kasanga, sanctioned the meeting that was to take place at Gulu University's Hoima campus.
Mr. Karugamba jine kibugoza kusaba DPC banza tulinde tube odali.
Earlier in the week, top religious leaders including Bishop Kasanga met with Prime Minister Byakutaga, Chief Prince Mujenyi, the Royal Commission and the Babito clan executive.
When we came here, we found a list on the gate here, and my name is not there. According to my clan, there is a Muhemba who is on the list whom I don't know. He has not been attending meetings, even I don't know his face. That's my concern.
During the meeting, it was agreed that the matter would be presented to the wider clan leadership. However, a section of clan leaders from 9 districts in Bunyoro were blocked from entering the venue last evening by police under the command of Hoima City Police Commander Jime Tumwine.
We need to find out which people did he invite, how many did he invite. Then start with that one, come with him. He scrutinizes those whom he has not invited. I will help you to tell them, go, you are not invited. But if we don't start from the clan council chairman, and we start from the clerk to parliament that retired.
Dr. Kasiri Vatwoki voiced concerns about the heavy security deployment at the kingdom premises.
The managing director of Global 7 Limited, Gaurang Thakur, has predicted that the combined economies of Africa and Asia will contribute $30 trillion to the global GDP by 2045. Thakur, an international economist, says that this growth will be driven by savings from various countries, including Uganda.
International economist Gaurang Thakur notes that Africa is experiencing significant economic recovery following COVID-19 pandemic, with exports driving growth.
Remember one thing, preservation should always be priority one. You know, business expansion shouldn't come at expense of losses, or even investment shouldn't come at expense of serious losses. The business expansion and personal investments in each of these expansion should be well thought of so that the incremental investment results in incremental profits. Always remember, businesses also have a dual goal of creating employment.
He highlighted Uganda's coffee exports, which have boosted the country's GDP in recent months.
One thing we need to understand, that our forefathers and the generations when independence happened from the colonies globally that were there, it takes few generations and some time to build productivity in nations. Typically the 4th and the 5th generation post independence, productivity tends to go up dramatically because of literacy rate, education, and most important tool that is going to work in favor for Asia and Africa is technology.
Thakur was addressing the Indian Business Forum in Uganda at Kabira Country Club.
You are lying because you don't want me to use it. But my father saw a telephone, landline, to a pager.
He praised government's effort to support small and medium-scale enterprises, SMEs, in developing the national economy.
Last 80 years after World War II, if you look at any country which has done well, starting with United States of America, the baby boomers in the 1950s, Margaret Thatcher Day.
Benon Mukwaya, Richard Chirembeka, UBC.
The Bishop of Busoga Diocese, the Right Reverend Paul Nyamani, has hailed government policy of free education to Ugandan children, which has improved literacy levels and increased their job opportunities. He encouraged parents to do so, to do maximum parenting on children to better their lives. The bishop was at Wanyange Girls Secondary School in Jinja, where he was presiding over the dedication of the candidates as UNEB exam nears.
I am thanking the government of Uganda for the UPE and UCU, for the support they are giving to our children. But still, what we know, when somebody helps you, it doesn't take away your responsibility as a parent. The government is assisting us to pay for our children, but we remain with the responsibility of looking after our children at home, even at school. For example, our children eating is very important. Let us carry the burden also as parents of our children.
Deborah Lasekanacho, the headmistress of Wanyange Girls Secondary School in Jinja City. Today we had the function of commissioning our candidates of Senior 4 and Senior 6 as they prepare to sit for their UNEB exams. Lucky at Wanyange Girls Secondary School that though a few teachers were trained by NCDC, but when these teachers came to school, they were able to support those who are not trained. So we have been training one another right from 2020 when we took on this new curriculum. So our girls have gone through the 4 years of the new lower secondary school curriculum. We had pre-test by UNEB last year, and so we are confident that our learners are going to do their best.
Moving on from that, Nabagilka Sylvia Najinda has expressed need by government to continue providing material and financial support to all public schools, as some of them are in a sorry state. She noted that some UPE and USE schools need to be assisted to boost their education standards. Take a look as Richard reports.
She was the chief guest at Lake Victoria Primary School in Tebe as it marks 100 years of existence.
A momentous occasion, the centenary of our beloved institution, the Lake Victoria School in Tebe. We must advocate for government resources to rebuild and refurbish the infrastructure of this institution.
The mayor of Entebbe municipality, Fabrice Olinda, hinted at the value of education that enables one to lead others.
So as we work towards the renovation of the main hall, which we propose to name the Lady Sylvia Naji in the main hall, I want all leaders, present, past, and those that seek leadership. So we come together and see how we can renovate this and put it to the standards that we want it.
The chairperson organizing committee, Proskovia Vikman Nanyonjo, called upon OGIs and OBIs to financially support the school in different projects.
Also an alumni of the school, would you like to clap again? That should be promising us that you two are going to follow in the footsteps of your alumni.
Aspiring mayor of Entebbe municipality, also an OB of the school, Kashirinji Byamukama Habib, adds that government can come up with incentives to encourage teachers love the profession.
But again, I should urge the Ministry of Education to consider public schools once more, because now they have over-privatized private schools, whereby there is no proper competition from a public school.
Benon Mukwaya, Richard Chirembeka, UBC News.
In more news, residents of Chisoga in Tinjeru, Sub-County Mukono District, have benefited from a full-day free-of-charge medical camp held at the Chisoga LC1 offices. The aim was to offer accessible medical treatment for common infections. Take a look.
Pastor Chris Oyakilome and members of Christ Embassy, known for their humanitarian activities worldwide, participated in the initiative.
We did this because we believe in helping the community. The Chris Oyakhilome Foundation is an international foundation that has been providing relief all around the world, and it is founded by our president, the founder of Christ Embassy International, Christ Embassy churches all over the world.
They engage in such health camps to improve the quality of life of communities, as many communities face limited access to health care.
And we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our president, our founder, Pastor Chris Oyakhilome. Thank you so much, sir, for the opportunity, for the vision of helping our world, for teaching us that when we get into a place, we make the place a better place to live.
The medical camp offered dental and optical care, general medicine, family planning, HIV testing, blood donation, and counseling. Pastor Mercy Ilalu says they also offer health education on disease prevention and maintaining healthy lifestyles.
Religious leaders have been urged to always preach a gospel with the purpose of empowerment and development of the congregation. This message was made by the lead pastor of Miracle Center Cathedral Church, Robert Kayanja, at a healing crusade held at Kazo Playgrounds in Kampala. Take a look.
Believers gathered at Kazo Playgrounds to witness a healing crusade organized by Miracle Center Cathedral lead pastor and founder of Robert Kayanja Ministries. Pastor Robert Kayanja urged religious leaders to preach, centered on uniting and developing masses.
I want us to look at the Holy Spirit, which is very important and crucial. The difference between our churches and other churches is the Holy Spirit. It is not the way we speak, it's not the way we dress, it's not the way we eat, because we eat like they eat.
At Miracle Center Church Kawempe, also the crusade's host, Pastor Robert Nabulele, urged fellow servants of God to focus on spreading the gospel.
Every time you find a problem, you think it's the end of it. But the faith that teaching the revelation, every problem has a solution. That is eye-opening, and we need to understand that. To the church, it brought the revelation about the power of the Holy Spirit in breaking the yoke of poverty.
Earlier on, Pastor Kayanja and wife, Pastor Jessica Kayanja, visited Miracle Destiny School Kawempe Tula, where he encouraged parents to give children a holistic education.
He has no knowledge of what is coming. No vision beyond where he is. We thought they would just school like this. And then here God was example to one that also. Ilifanana beti. Umwana w'umuntu abasomesa bangamba ebintu bigani tajja bisoma kati wona soma busawo kati ani alinda.
Pastor Kayanja also emphasized good feeding for children.
We love Kawempe so much, we love to kill it, and we believe that Kawempe again.
When you pray, Yellow, this is MTN. We are currently in Nakaloke, Mbale District, Bilari Nursery and Primary School. We are here to award a winner, and our winner happens to be Mubaraka Hadija.
Naine mkwano gwange ne mugamba konti aba MTN bankubidde esimu ne bangamba nsasudde school fees era ndi muwanguzi. Nadamu nangamba nti aba bafere. Nze ne mugamba nti naye wabanga bafere. Bangambe bagenda kujja school fees wange bamulete. Kandi ndo olunaku olwo banaaba baleeta school fees awo ndyoke nzikize nti si bafere. Abazadde abali eyo mbagamba beeyongere okukozesa MTN Momo okusasula school fees w'abaana baabwe bajja kuba bawanguzi nga nange weepangudde olunaku lwa leero.
Abantu bawangula *165*80# osasule school fees. Kozesa ne Momo app
osasule school fees.
Together, we're unstoppable.
It's true what people say, that when I wash and you wash your hands with soap, we'll have less infections as Ugandans. After all, it's hands that handle money. It's hands that feed us. Hands that prepare soil for farming. Hands that we use to learn. And hands that we use for fun.
When I wash and you wash, it means clean hands for all. So, wash your hands with soap and clean water regularly to keep away infections and disease-causing germs. This message is from the National Hand Washing Secretariat with support from UNICEF.
The East Africa UK Tourism and Cultural Expo 2024 is here, happening on 8th and 9th of November 2024 under the theme Enhancing Tourism as Engine for Social and Economic Transformation on the sidelines of WTM London at the Rembrandt Hotel, 11th Thurlow, PI South Kensington, London, SW7 2RS, United Kingdom. For tickets, exhibitors will pay £1,000 and participants will pay £300. For more information, call +256 787 096 100 or +254 795 806 969. Visit www.eauktourismexpo.com to register.
Namunkekera Agro-Processing Industries Limited, NAPIL, presents the Namunkekera Liaoshen Industrial Park Trade Show and Bazaar under the theme Celebrating Local and Foreign Investment on Friday 27th to Saturday 28th September 2024 at Kapeka Industrial Park starting at 9 a.m. Entrance is free. Are you a business person, school, or consumer of authentic Ugandan products? Don't miss this chance for incredible discounts on premium items like ceramic tiles, electricals, garments, shoes, bags, TVs, agricultural tools, dried mangoes, and pineapples. Guests of honor are Minister for Investment, Honorable Evelyn Anite, and the Chief Coordinator Operation Wealth Creation, General Salim Saleh. Come and enjoy Uganda's top artists. Would you like to exhibit? Call 0783 293 348 or 0757 896 914. Kapeka, the center for all your quality products.
You're still watching UBC News Tonight. A fire has destroyed property worth millions at Sideview Nursery Primary School in Buya, Chinawataka, Nakawa Division. The fire is said to have started around 3:30 p.m., though the cause of fire remains unknown. Take a look at Post reports.
Property worth millions has been destroyed in the fire that broke out at Sideview Nursery and Primary School in Buya, Chinawataka, Nakawa Division. The fire reportedly started between 3:30 and 4 p.m. yesterday evening. Bystanders at the scene of the incident told UBC that the fire began in one of the offices and spread to other parts of the school, destroying important books and documents. Nakawa Division Mayor Paul Mogambe announced plans to introduce a law that will require all schools in the division to have firefighting equipment. Local leaders are calling for the fire brigade to be stationed in nearby areas to immediately respond to emergencies.
From the business desk, supervision ensures quality and excellence in business. As Uganda pushes for commercialization of agriculture, there's need for farmers to ensure proper supervision to benefit from their ventures. This was highlighted by Patrick Wakabi, a retired teacher and prosperous farmer in Busete Village, Luka District. Wakabi is a mixed farmer with over 300 pigs on his farm.
Rearing pigs, carrying out poultry, broiler, dairy, have banana, coffee. I have about 300 pigs, and I'm on a 4-acre land, but I've benefited a lot from this 4-acre land because I've expanded. I've got a dairy farm from out of this. I've managed to build a school for the community. I've been able to even put their pasture, which I've been giving out to farmers for the district. I have the broiler. So when the broiler in the one place, there are things that supply to the pigs. I roast some of the droppings. So the other one complements this one. And this one complements the matoke. Even the customers who come to buy matoke, when he sees the pigs, he admires them. One who comes to buy the broiler, he sees the matoke. So all the whole thing is composed here. And even this project has been able to bring me electricity here, because I'm the one who brought electricity here for 7 poles. Even above all, educate my children, because they have gone to all the good schools, minimum qualification degree, and I'm about to get PhDs. So me, I appreciate where the government has been coming, and especially when NADS comes in with advice and the technical advisors. I started with 4 acres here, and I'm a retired teacher. But you know, you cannot educate your children in those big schools unless you supplement your income. So for me, right from the beginning, I was supplementing. We were rearing layers. As I was getting more money, I was buying more land. I started with a very small piece of land here. And it is good to start it in your home, where you are sleeping. The supervision becomes easy. And also you reduce on labor because you're also sharing with them. You monitor. Otherwise, most of us make some projects, but the workers make parallel projects. You leave a project here, but is feeding pigs in another part. So you start with a small one, then you continue. So now I have about 300 pigs. I'm able to market about 100 piglets every year, and also sell the adult one, about 50 of them. Then I'm able to get other projects out of this piglet. I would advocate for every farmer, for every home, to have a biogas project, because this one has saved me a lot in so many things, not only in conserving the environment, the trees, but also, again, in producing organic manure. Cooking becomes easy, no choking now. It can allow even a man to cook.
Youth have been advised to take agriculture and use modern technology and innovation methods as an avenue to getting instant cash. Haifa International introduced Ayute African Challenge to the youth to empower them economically through establishing projects, and the best was rewarded with cash money.
The country director, Haifa International Uganda chapter, William Matovu, has handed over cash to the best project established by the students of Makerere University together with Mbarara University. The Mabest project won 50 million shillings, second 25, and the third project won 10 million shillings.
Of this competition is to be able to identify and tap into the innovative mind of young people across the African continent to be able to support in addressing challenges that smallholder farmers are facing.
The Undersecretary, Minister of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, noted that if the young generation could get involved in agriculture to earn money.
Research is the way to go. I know that whoever is here appreciates the importance of multidisciplinary research. We want to work with engineers, we want to work with the educationists, sociologists, vet, and all the disciplines in the university.
Nakalema Samta of Agrovision Limited, also a student at Mbarara University, had the best project where she came up with a local poetry incubator which could hatch over 100 eggs at a go.
From prototype to something that is able to be bought in the market. So these awards are very important, and we thank everyone, especially Haifa International, for the opportunity.
Benon Mukwaya, Richard Chirembeka, UBC.
Group of 100 youth.
The return of the top flight at Mbale Hero Stadium has climaxed with a deserved 1-0 victory for the hosts over reigning league champion SC Villa. Take a look.
Close to 20 years, Mbale Hero Stadium in Eastern Uganda has been starved of top-flight football as the club struggled in the lower echelons of Ugandan football. On the team's return among the big boys and on the club's second match day and before a filled and largely partisan stadium in the Uganda Premier League, Osia White Swans scored has secured a 1-0 victory over reigning league champions SC Villa. Team coach Richard Malinga prides himself in the achievement and calls for consistency as the club seeks to regain its past glory.
Tegubadde mwangu gwempangudde musomesa wange naye tewali kyakola fena twali mu ssomero lyerimu nera mwagala nnyo ndi musanyufu nzizaako nera kubiriza abaana babeeremu kuwangula Villa si enkomerero tulina okuwangula omupiira omulala.
On his part, SC Villa coach Olivier Kwanso remains optimistic about his side that created enough but just failed to score.
I told my players that whoever will take away the chances will win the game. And when they got that chance, we are punished. But the league is a marathon. We are going to prepare for another game. We have, on Thursday, we have another tough game with Bull. So we need to prepare. This is done. We shall see what will come in front of us.
Mbale Heroes Public Relations Manager Michael Waniala lauded the fans for their contribution in this victory that he credits to teamwork between all parties.
Tuli basanyufu nnyo nti tusobodde okubanga tuwangula omupiira gwaffe ogusooka mu league sijja kuwangula olwo tusobodde okubanga tukuba defending champion abadde SC Villa. Ffenna twasobola okubanga tulaba omupiira gwaffe ogwasooka ogwa express twasobola okubanga tusamba bulungi naye emikisa tetwagirinako olwo olunaku. So tusuubira nti luno olunaku twalulindirira ddala tuli basanyufu nnyo nti abawagizi baze mu bungi.
And that's all we had for you today. Thank you so much for watching UBC News Tonight. My name is Sharon Kyomugisha with Mugalu Mohammed on Sign Language. From the team and I, have a lovely night and a blessed new week. Bye-bye.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.